Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips Daily Fantasy Preview Show. For today, the 22nd of April, we're going to be looking at the pitchers that are available to be used today on DraftKings and just having a look and seeing which ones we should be using and who we should be leaving alone. We're going to start top of the shop with Felix Hernandez, the King, Seattle Mariners, 10,800. He's pitching in a great park today in Anaheim. It's not a great matchup for strikeouts, as the Angels do have by far the least strikeouts in baseball this year. Felix is allowing base runners this year. He does have a good record against the Angels, but for the price, I mean, it's the top money. I think I'd probably prefer to look elsewhere today. Matt Harvey of the Mets, 10,300. On what he's displayed so far this year, something isn't right with him. The Braves, you know, they're a light hitting lineup. It could be the ideal matchup to turn it round, but I think I'd probably look further down the list today. John Lester of the Chicago Cubs for 10,000. Well, the Reds were no hit yesterday by Jake Arrieta. Lester went 6 innings with 3 earned runs and 5 strikeouts against the Reds when they met earlier this year. He did look very good last time out with 10 strikeouts against Colorado. Cincinnati do strike out below the league average, and it is a good hitted park, but of the options that are going to set you back 5 figures today, John Lester's the best of them, I think, and he'll probably find his way into a couple of my lineups. Adam Wainwright of the St. Louis Cardinals for 9,700. Look, I know he's playing the Padres. I know it's at Petco Park, but how in the name of God can you consider using Adam Wainwright on what he has shown us so far this year? Put a line for him. Do not put him in your lineups. Sonny Gray of Oakland for 9,500. This is an intriguing option. You know, personally, you don't want to use a pitcher on the road at Toronto. It's a horrible matchup. It's a great lineup, and Gray did struggle towards the back end of last season on the road. That being said, he does have a 2.25 ERA in games against Toronto, and Toronto lead the league in strikeouts. Sonny Gray is just under 1 per inning this year. He's probably a high upside play for me. He's probably got a very high ceiling and a very low floor, because obviously if Toronto hit, then you know, we're not going to score many points at all. I think Gray's certainly an interesting gamble at 9,500. Jeff Samardzija of the San Francisco Giants for 9,300 gets to pitch at AT&T, which is a great park for the pitcher, obviously. He does, to my eye, appear to have developed into more of a contact pitcher than the swing and miss strikeout artist of a few years ago. The Marlins are a team that they're not hitting so much for power these days. They're hitting for average, though. And I think for those reasons, I'll be leaving Samardzija alone at 9,300 today. That doesn't provide me with the sort of value I'll be looking at on a points to dollar basis. On what I think he's going to do. Gio Gonzalez of the Washington Nationals for 9,100. This is much more appealing than Samardzija at 9,300. Gio does appear to have sorted through his issues. It is a small sample size to claim he's found consistency again, but on the body of work we've seen this year and the fact he's facing the Twins, Gio is almost a must-use at 9,100 today, because you're going to get strikeouts and he's not going to allow a lot of runs. Jose Quintana of the Chicago White Sox for 8,700. He's consistent. He's consistently good. He's just a hair over 1 strikeout per inning pitch this year. I would expect another solid outing today against the Texas Rangers. Probably around 6 innings for 6 strikeouts, an earned run or 2. It's probably what you're going to get. I don't know that he's going to get the win, because it's not a lineup that's been hitting that well, and they face a left-hander that they have been known to struggle with as well. But Quintana will, you know what you're going to get with him today. Aaron Nola of the Philadelphia Phillies for 8,300. If you can forgive the horrific start last time out against the Nats and accept that this is a nice park for the hitter in Milwaukee, Nola faces a Brewers team with the 4th most strikeouts in baseball this year, and he's got 23 strikeouts in 19 innings pitched. He could certainly rack up the strikeouts. I think he could get the win against a struggling pitcher for the Brewers as well. I think Nola for 8,300 looks a solid play. Matt Moore of the Tampa Bay Rays for 7,900 goes to Yankee Stadium, where the Yankees bats, who have had issues with left-handed pitchers dating back to last season, are slumping. Moore has 21 strikeouts in 18.1 innings pitched. Looks a good start to me, with plenty of upside, because I don't expect the Yankees are going to hit him that hard. And Martin Perez of the Texas Rangers for 6,900 doesn't offer the elite strikeout potential. You know, even though his half a strikeout per inning current rate for the season is below his average, the White Sox struggle with lefties, and he could be a sneaky play today as well. I think if if I was looking at it, if I'm going to use a top price picture, it's Leicester, but I think any 2 of 3 from Joe Gonzalez, Aaron Nola and Matt Moore has potential to give you a really good starting 2 and give you money left over to spend on the rest of your lineups today. That would be my advice. Tune back later on for your stacks of the day. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video. Hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups and have a great day.